everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, Season 1, Episode 16, which is the Season 1 finale / the series finale. And the episode is called Ultraviolet versus Black Scorpion. And I know I said I was going to do a community post and I was going to do a mini review and stuff, and I really thought I was going to do that today. But, like I said before, I'm gonna be out of state. It's like because it's close to New Year's, and I'm gonna be visiting some family that's out of state. I'm not gonna say where. It's gonna be like a very long trip, and we have to get ready and stuff like that. So I just don't really have time for that. And also, you see, like I got shaved. Also, there was a bunch of stuff I really thought I was gonna get done, but and also I even tried to squeeze it in when I was trying to get the image in. There was a part where it was very blurry. So hopefully it shows up here fine because I get to show you guys the full episode here. Not play the entire thing, but I get to show you the images, which is really fun. So yeah, I'm sorry about the no community post and mini review, but hopefully you still like this this review, and hopefully you guys liked my pre-recorded yearly review for 2023 of what I think I'm gonna do in that coming year, which is gonna be in a few days. So yeah, so let's get started. First things first is that we are at the California College of Technology, and I bet we were probably going to visit here probably again if we would have gotten to season 2, because like with that sign you kind of make it really stand out, and especially with Violet in this episode saying like, ooh, my first college tour and stuff like that. So I'm kind of wondering, oh, like, does she want to go to college even though she's like in middle school now, not high school? She's kind of thinking about college right now. So like, I thought it was kind of interesting. So yeah, and oh, I did not mean to do that. Sorry, but we see someone break in, and we see a security guard, and he's like, oh, who are you? And he's like, oh my goodness, you gave me a heart attack. And this right here, it shows that people believe in Black Scorpion. He's a good guy, even though he's a vigilante. And when it shows his face, like, oh, he broke in? Like, what's going on? And he's like, what are you doing here? And he grabbed him and chucked him across the fence. Is there like a fence? And he's like, dispatch. He's like, code something. There was a robbery, and you're not gonna believe this. It was Black Scorpion. You can hear the heartbreak in his voice. Oh my goodness. And we get this. I get to show you the theme song. Pretty cool. I definitely like the art style. It's pretty cool. And not only that, remember when Tiago expressed a secret to Violet about him wanting to get into fashion and stuff like that, and how his role is basically kind of like the perfect child, how his parents perceive him, and how Violet sort of perceives him and stuff like that. That kind of comes into play here. And she's like, oh, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. And he's like, are you gonna tell mom and dad? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, if you wanted to do this as a career, you have to tell them. And Tiago's giving a look like you're telling me your big secret. And she's like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you, which is true. But Violet, he's gonna find out eventually. And obviously they're up in the morning, kind of like, hey, like, come on, you can do this. He's like, hey mom, hey dad. He's like, oh hey, like, remember you told me that I can always follow my dreams and stuff like that, and I always get straight A's. I'm a good student. That I'm always honest with you guys. Yeah, sure. I wanted to get into fashion design, and they kind of laugh at first. And the mom's like, no, like, I was like, ooh. And they have their reasons where it's like art in the arts is very unpredictable. It's not like a practical, steady job. And you can see by Violet's face, she's kind of heartbroken. Like, I can't believe you're saying that. And she even says, he's really good. Oh, even kind of said, I thought it's kind of heartbreaking. She's like, I thought you were going to be like a principal. And the dad's like, I thought you were going to be the first doctor in the family. And I think he's in the medical field also, so kind of like following in his footsteps, sort of. I'm like, guys, that's not what he wants to do. And she even shows the sketch to look at that, and even the dad kind of goes a little supportive. It's kind of for the wrong reasons, but I'm honestly not gonna take a point off because that's kind of like in his character. So I don't at this point I don't care. He's like, oh, he can buy us a boat if he becomes famous. And he just closes, and the mom runs away in a huff, and he closes the sketchbook and just leaves. And then the dad's like, Tiago, like, come on. And then, I remember that break-in. He's like, oh, you're not gonna believe this black scorpion broke in to a place. It's like, no way. And then, I believe his name is Juan. I looked it up. I believe it's Juan. He's like, if Black Scorpion has gone bad, who's gonna protect the city? And he's like, who's gonna protect like Ultraviolet? And she's like, hey, what's wrong with her? He's like, oh no, nothing. I don't mean to like offend her or anything, but she says a kid, which is true. And we kind of see Cruz with like a head. He goes, oh, did he actually rob that bank? He's like, oh, and look, Black Scorpion break-in in news alert, KCLA 6. Was that like camera 8 or something? It's kind of blurry. Is it telling me that's not you? Is it I didn't do that? Are you sure? Is like yeah. And she's like, the one thing that I was sure about is that you were a Technico and you were my mentor. I was like, Violet, I am. And he's like, this is bad. I can remember because he said that the last thing I remember is that I was going on patrol, and then I woke up on this couch with and I grabbed an ice pack because I got a splitting headache. And and basically they're on campus, and this is where we have Violet's like, I kind of always wanted to come here, and he's like, this is not what that is about. And we have basically a Black Scorpion is kind of looking around. Then we get this guy. I was like, who's he? But he has like a mask. I'm like, and you see like a bunch of like waves. And I was like, ooh, I'm not sure if I like the duct tape part. It kind of looks like he has a goatee. I wonder that's probably what they were trying to do, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it. I like the swirls though. It's pretty cool. Is that have we met before? Like, oh, you totally have met me before. He even says like, oh, criminals always come back to the scene of the crime because he technically robbed the place. And look, and I kind of wanted to show his powers here.
Nothing to report outside. What's going on in? Who's this?
So I don't want to play too much, but you kind of see him like mind control. I'm like, ooh, and this is the 5th mask wearer. So we didn't even get halfway through. We didn't even get number 6, but like, you know what I mean? Like we only got 5 masked people, and we were just introduced to this guy. So that stinks. But he's like, who's this? He's like, why aren't you saying anything? And he's like, oh, he only says and does what I tell him to. And he's like, no, please, like, yeah, you have to snap out of it. It's like, get rid of her. And then boom, like throws it. He's really strong. Throws the TV and there's like LED light, and it's obviously it's electricity. So and yeah, she goes under that. Even like super fast, she can get burned, and she doesn't want that to happen. And look at her face, like, oh my goodness. And and you can see Violet immediately going to Maya. It's like, Maya, I'm scared. And Maya's like, oh, thank goodness you weren't killed. Like, and I never seen him act like that before. And even Violet says, like, kind of like a joke, but she says, like, this is way above my pay grade, and I'm not even getting paid. And we basically have Luis, and now Violet has another problem now. So Violet kind of has a problem with like her family, with like her parents not accepting her brother with his passions. Now we have a new villain, and now we have Black Scorpion under mind control. Because even she says like this is a situation that Black Scorpion would handle. And even Maya said, like, don't worry, I'm gonna help you. And now we have a Luis problem. Say that I'm really close to cracking down on Ultraviolet. At least I think I am. Like, and oh, and we have Violet calling Cascada. Cascada, I really need your help. Black Scorpion's in trouble. Please call me back. And we have the mom, Nina. It's like she's stress cleaning, and he's like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And he's like, "You know how we should support our kids' dreams and stuff like that. Like Violet and Tiago are right, and because he's really good. And I remember when you used to dance, and she's like, I before I became principal, I loved to dance. Maybe we would have gotten a better explanation in season 2 because she's like, it hurt when I stopped. I'm like, did she get injured? Did I I kind of wanted more context there. Like it really was painful, and I don't want my kids to go through the same thing. And he's like, more like basically my love. Yes, they might have to go through some tragedies, but if you take away their arts away from them and their passions and their dreams, you'll be taking away their joy also. I'm starting to like him again. Why are you so back and forth? I don't know, but I'm liking him now. And we're seeing some gray hairs here. And again, and this might be like attention to detail and nothing else, but I'm probably thinking, is that going to come into play season 2? He's going to have a full gray beard or something? Who knows? Or maybe it's supposed to represent of how long Violet's been ultraviolet, because in the beginning of the show, it was fully colored. But now we're seeing it's kind of gray. So is that supposed to be a reference to like time throughout the series? Maybe it is. Who knows? Or maybe you just decide not to die. Who knows? This is interesting art, and basically I might have a job for you. And what is it? She went to get Duplico, and Duplico's back! Hooray! I love Duplico. And he's like, whoa! And he introduces his name like, I'm Juan, like Duplico, but you may call me Duplico. and she takes off her mask like, I'm Maya. I don't have any superpowers. I'm sorry. And he's like, oh, her Black Scorpion, my friend, he lost his marbles. So no, he's not crazy. He got like what was his name? I'm gonna play it right here because I think they said his name. What was it? Brainwave or something? I forgot.
Anything for my compa, like Scorpion. Especially now that he lost his amigas.
He hasn't lost his marbles.
Yeah.
He's being mind controlled by a super Udon named Hypnotico.
Hypnotico. I'm sorry.
Hypnotico. He's one of the baddest, scariest superheroes in all of existence. He enjoys making innocent people do terrible things. Fortunately, he has a weakness. He can only control one person at a time.
Oh, right. Because Maya was having a conversation. Like, I wonder why Hypnotico didn't hypnotize me. He explained that hopefully the clip wasn't too long. Please, no copyright, please. I don't want to do this again. Like, yeah, because when I go through an episode, I like it to say that one time. It makes things simple. And I like this lore drop from Duplico. Because he's the one who explained this about the legends of the 12 masks, because we don't know if Cruz was ever going to tell us. He said he was, but maybe he wasn't. But Duplico explained the 12 masks. And again, it's a bummer that we only seen 5. Where's number 6? Come on. But he's like, oh, he is one of like the baddest super Rudos ever. Because if he, looks at you and you look at him and like he just mind controls you, he can make you do whatever he wants. Like, and he's obviously evil. So and and then Maya's like, oh, that's why he couldn't hypnotize Ultraviolet. And then they're basically saying that, oh, he stole a generator and a was it like a helmet or something? And it's like, what's he gonna do? And Maya's really smart. Oh no, because like, why would he want to go steal that equipment? Like, oh no, I think he's gonna mind control the whole city, because there's only one place with like a cell tower that powerful. It was like a science place or something, like an observatory. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. It is like a specific name. But Maya knows about robotics and stuff like that, and very science-y stuff, rather than about Violet. So we kind of go back into Maya's smarts, and that she's very intelligent. I like how that comes back into play. And Yeah, I want to play this right here because come on, I want to get that little speech from. And Miles basically saying like I'm not a fighter. I don't have any powers. Like you know. And I want to play this right here.
You don't see what I see. Being smart is your superpower.
I wonder if I want to increase the volume just a bit because. Just a bit. It's kind of hard to hear. I'm sorry if it's been kind of hard to hear. But I kind of like how he says like again her intelligence comes back into play, where he said like you don't see what I see. Your intelligence, your smarts are your superpower. Just because you don't have a mask and you contacting me and you're helping Ultraviolet, you're helping your friend, you're helping a fellow superhero. That's your superpower. Like any way you can to stop a bad guy is your superpower. I love that. And we basically have Nina, and she's like, looks at an old photo, and let me go back to it, and oh dang, and she seems really good, and I would play the dancing, but I think I already played too many clips probably, so and she's like dancing, and like she's really good, and he's obviously watching her, and he's like smiling lovingly. It's great. And obviously you have Black Scorpion with Hypnotico, and obviously Duplico is multiple, and he's like, oh, it's on. Black Scorpion, take down that clown. And this was kind of interesting, where I was like, why are you Super Rudo? Like, why are you doing bad? Why aren't you good? Like, why aren't you using your mask responsibly? Because the masks were designated to people who show their true selves, but also to be good. It wasn't. I don't think they were designed to ever be bad or anything. It just shows their true self. And he says like, "Oh, the world's in chaos, and or was it a city? Was it a world, a city? I think he probably says city. Like the city's in chaos." And I'm like, is he just lying? Because yeah, we've seen like the Guapos Chapos like try to rob banks and stuff, and shoot down super luchas and stuff like that. But like the streets like are not like on fire or anything. So is he talking about that? That's not really chaos. Like at least not too much. So like, I kind of wonder what he's talking. Or maybe I misremembering. He said the world because I don't think we ever seen outside of the city before. So. So I think that's kind of interesting. I like how the good guy interacts with the bad guy, and Violet's like, "Why are you doing this?" And he gave an explanation. The world is in chaos. Is that true or not? Who knows? And like, the fight is on. And Black Scorpion's really strong. And this is the picture I was talking about with the verse part. It was too blurry. And oh yeah, it's on. And she says, "I don't want to fight you, but I will." Oh, and Luis, look, we see Luis, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm finally gonna know their identities," and like I'm gonna. He even says, "Oh, thank you, anonymous tipper," and I'm like, who could that be? That is interesting. But Violet tied up Black Scorpion, but obviously he breaks out of it, and he obviously goes down in here so to be safe because someone Black Scorpion like threw like a crate at him almost. So he didn't know he was there, but and he's like, "Please don't want to do this," and he just rips the thing off and just chucks it, and now he's trapped. Oh my goodness! Now Luis is trapped. So now we have Duplico unconscious, Violet's now fighting her uncle, and Luis is now trapped. I'm pretty sure he has oxygen, but we obviously don't want him to be trapped. And again, Black Scorpion's trying to stop Ultraviolet, and now we have Cascada. Oh yeah, cool. Now we have Hypnotico setting up the machine, and we have Black Scorpion trying to take down Cascada and stuff. And we see Black Scorpion is a better fighter, and how Cascada's like run because but Ultraviolet's like, I am not leaving, because even she at one point when she was talking to Maya earlier, she says like Black Scorpion, he's like my family, like that's how we like grown to love each other like so much, because in my mind's like, I never seen you this distraught before, because she's like he's my family basically. I thought that was sweet. He's like, I am not leaving you or him. He said, please, like you have to stop this. And this part, oh my goodness, she takes off her mask and he's about to do the Scorpion thing. He's like, you're my Nino. And he fights it off. He's like, what's going on? And Cascada obviously is like, you're Ultraviolet and you're Nino. Again, another plot point for season 2. Ugh. But, whatever. Well, because even Luis is like who's Ultraviolet? And then Hypnotico did this whole brain rave. It's screeching in their ears. But because Black Scorpion has already been affected by the Hypnotico twice, he's kind of immune to it. So he's like, Hypnotico, he's out of control your room. You have to go stop him. And he's like, okay. He goes upstairs, and then the Scorpion sting, boom. I thought Hypnotico was gonna he gets electrocuted, but he escapes in the fog. He's gone. He's like, oh, Hypnotico. Oh, he got away. But we have to clear your name. And he's like, we will. Again, another plot point for season 2. And she's like, I knew you weren't gonna hurt me. And he even says, like, I don't remember much because my head still hurts, but I think you were the hero here. And she was. And I was kind of worried that, she was gonna like beat him. I was kind of worried. Are they gonna do a thing where she's gonna beat him up? No, she took off her mask because she knew my uncle isn't gonna hurt me. I love that. Thank you. I was kind of worried, like, and then we have Cascada, and it's like, I guess we have a lot to talk about. And Duplico's there, and even Black Storm's like, Duplico, what are you doing here? Oh, we're saving you because like you're our friend. And then Luis gets out, like, no. And then Luis is like, now I have some new information. Black Scorpion is Ultraviolet's godfather, and Black Scorpion to Ultraviolet is her Nino, which is uncle / godfather, so godfather, goddaughter. And we have Nina's coming around, and she's like, hey, Tiago, I have this for you. It's like a new sketch pad when you're feeling inspired. I'm still very worried about you, but I want you to follow your dreams. And it didn't. And then Juan is like, what's cooking? And we have Cruz cooking for a change. You're always feeding me. And I love how Nina says, Cruz, who came a long way. He has. And then Cruz is like, salute my family, mi familia. I love that. And I guess they're doing like game night, and Tiago went to get some games, and the dad's about to do a speech, a toast, and he's like, oh no, we can't do this without Tiago. I'll go get him. He's in her closet. And I just want to play this. I'm like, ooh.
Is this what you've been hiding? Why do you have this? Put it on.
Sorry, I don't want to play too much, but oh my goodness, like the season 2 premiere, I think would have been really great because people said, okay, season 1 was kind of a little slow. It kind of started picking up in the second half of season 1 because I totally think that, and season 2 would have went off the charts for like a Disney superhero type of show. But again, you can't change the past, like, you know. And yeah, that's the end of the episode. No complaints. Really, like the Nino came around and gave Tiago a sketch pad saying, "I want you to follow your dreams," and we have. I love the fight with Duplico against Black Scorpion and Ultraviolet against Black Scorpion without kind of actually fighting. It's more like dodging. Luis going into the battle royale. Anonymous tipper. Who's that? Hypnotico says that the world's in chaos. Is he lying? Is he not? And how Duplico, how he encouraged Maya and stuff like that. And also Cascada finding out Ultraviolet's identity and also Black Scorpions and how they said they were going to have a talk about it. Were they going to get back together? Were they not? Were they just going to stay friends? Are they compatible anymore? Who knows? Tiago finding out the secret identity. Again, from the mid-season finale up to this point, it's a really good arc. Like, all these things. And also, Hypnotico, he ran off. And Black people still think Black Scorpion did all those things because I don't think the security cameras caught Hypnotico there. So, So, I would have said, like, stay tuned for season 2, but again, that's the last time I'm going to complain about this. But, yeah, I thought this was a perfect season 1 finale. I even love the dance sequence with Nina, like, dancing by herself, kind of reliving her glory days. Kind of reminds me of Cruz when he was El Bravo. So, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, everyone, what do you think of this season 1 / series finale? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you just think it was okay? Do you understand that? Yeah, even though this was good, I can understand why they didn't pick up the show for season 2, even though it had these plot points which I really think could have worked. What'd you think of it? And yeah, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to check out my community posts and my menu reviews. And I have a pre-recorded video that is going to come out on January 1st, which is New Year's. I have a video plan for that. Again, it's like my yearly update for 2023. Go check that out. And from there, it's gonna be like a vacation until I'm not sure which Monday, but like a Monday, which I'm gonna do my monthly update for January, basically. And yeah. So I'll see you guys January 1st, for that pre-recorded video. Okay. Yeah, okay. Bye.